Hey, hey, it's Heather. Good to see you guys. I just wanted to jump in here and see how everybody's doing after the eclipses that we had. If you go back to September 1st on the Patreon channel, there was a post that started with Rabbit Rabbit. Okay. That's for those of you that don't know, it's kind of a superstition or good luck to say rabbit, rabbit on the first of every month. So if you hear me say it, that's what I'm referring to. But yeah, there was a PDF in there for the September calendar and for the Eclipse Clarity Tarot spread, which I figured why not do a check-in? For those of you who haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. Okay. Let's see if we can get in there and see it a little better. So, revelation, release, renewal, and guidance is what we have for the tarot spread for this month. And I wanted to jump in and go over this and see what we can dig up and pull out from this eclipse season. Well, I am not doing very well here. Oh well, we don't need it there. It's okay. So how have you guys fared? I hope everything is well. It's definitely been some crazy times in the news and the world, and hopefully everybody's faring well in their personal lives. But yeah, let's jump in. Got everything good and shuffled. So I was just gonna start laying, y'all, and let's break into this last Virgo eclipse and the Taurus eclipse and see how that played out for everybody. So for the first card that we have for the revelation, came out with the Wheel of Fortune, and for release, we have, it's kind of got a glare, but we've got the Tower in reverse. We're going to go for renewal. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And for guidance, we've got the King of Wands in the upright. Overall energy that I have here today is the Star card. Look at that prettiness. Look at that prettiness. All right. So for the wheel, that's the revelation. So the truth or insight that was revealed during this eclipse season. So it definitely looks like there were some fated occurrences that have happened. And we'll open this up a little further, but this is my first time ever working with this particular deck, and I'm kind of in awe of the imagery. And then for release and what we need to let go of, we've got the Tower card on this one's pretty beautiful. So what must be surrendered or let go of in order to move forward? We've got the Tower card in reverse, renewal, Queen of Pentacles. That's a unique looking card for sure. So what new opportunity or beginning is emerging for us now? And that comes with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Don't fret, I'm not getting a bad feeling off of it at all, actually. The King of Wands came out for the guidance to best support the wisdom or advice that can best support the path through this transition. So that speaks a lot to keeping your cool, not getting too hot-headed, and using your intuition and your, what you know at the core to be true, guide you. So let's see. And the Star card in this deck is gorgeous. Got 8 stars. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Just gonna sit with this for a minute, you guys. So yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like, and that's what eclipse season is, right? Fated events. What goes around comes around. The spin of the wheel, it could be good, it could be bad, but ultimately it's fated, it's meant to be, very well could be. I just heard new lease on life, letting go, chapters being closed so that new ones can open up. My goodness. Can't help but see that compass, that dial. Maybe some of you got set on a whole new venture, and you finally feel like you're getting your bearings about you. And if you're not, it'll come soon. But basically, we've definitely got some divine will coming through with this. What we need to let go of, Tower in reverse. I'm getting that, things have been chaotic, and there have been a lot of towers falling. A lot of towers falling in people's worlds, and it maybe need to let go of dwelling on those chapters. Maybe it's a matter of letting go of the fear of having the rug pulled out from under you again. The renewal and the opportunities possibly coming this way. I mean, I look at this card and I can't help but think health, right? It's a earth sign. I mean, in this card, got a couple of goats up there, got a rabbit, very divine feminine, very fruitful, could be dealing with the earth sign, or maybe have an opportunity come through for an earth sign. But really, when I got it this way, it reminds me more so of like health matters, right? Maybe there have been some health matters that have not been tended to, and the opportunities coming up to actually maybe go in for a checkup, get some tests done. Maybe it's a matter of changing your routine in a way that feed your forward progress. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse can definitely lend to being stuck, feeling like you can't really do anything. But this speaks to it being like an opportunity. So it's, what's not working right, what's off. And maybe now you have the opportunity to flip that around and actually make some good changes there. We'll dig deeper. I'll go in with some clarifiers and kind of go from there. Sorry if it's coming out blurry here, but yeah, he's pondering on things. The wands are fire; they move fast, and fire sign energy kind of has a hard time getting tamed down, right? You don't necessarily see what's the word? You don't see the earthly grounded, stuck, fixed things too much with the fire signs. They tend to just jump right in and go. And on this card, I can't help but see that the lions are. He's got his whole tribe in his pocket. It's pretty awesome. So, all right, let me move forward. I'm gonna grab some tarot cards here. See if we can get some clarifiers. It's definitely a unique deck to look at. Looking at this, I almost think that I'm getting a vibe here of the fate being involved is fulfilling a wish, a dream, something that soothes your soul. And I have to sort of give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. But yeah, like it's almost like but going in there as being kind of the overall energy. It's like it's blocking the Tower card. She's pouring in all of her emotions, but yet staying firm, staying grounded, filling that cup, and basically doing like a protective moat to keep you from, to keep these kind of issues from tearing you down or stopping you again. It's a protective energy in front of that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe some of you are just trying to get your bearings about you. And that's kind of what I felt when I looked at this. But, the don't second guess the changes that are happening. Okay, it's easier just to ride the wave and go with them. Let's get a little bit of clarity on this Wheel of Fortune for my people, please, for the eclipses that we just had. Just got a blurb. My cards did not want to cooperate. There we go. Let's do one more shuffle. Ooh, still not cooperating. All right, show me that Wheel of Fortune, please. Verify what event, what fated event you're dealing with. Ooh, another major arcana. We got the Devil card in reverse. Oh, all right. Some of you may have, wow, turn the page is what I heard. Turn the page, maybe even dealing with some toxic people, dealing with a toxic workplace, toxic environment, and or some addiction issues, perhaps even some mental health issues. And that kind of ties back into the health that I got there. And made a choice, a determined choice to go ahead and set the emotions aside and go at it with pure intuition. And that's pretty awesome. I will go ahead and take one more though, please, for that Wheel of Fortune and that Devil in reverse, please. What was the revelation for the collective? Revelation for this eclipse. It's heard, if you know, you know. Somebody ended up single. Somebody ended up single and, better off for it. Better off for it. Not only single, but I get protected. In this, you can see like there's a hawk on her hand, right? And it's got one of those, it almost looks like it has one of those masks that I don't even know what they call them, hawkeneers, if that's a thing. But definitely a forward movement. So some of you are going solo and going it alone, but it's full of abundance. You feel whole again. There's the wheels of fate turned upward in your way when you let go of that karmic tie, those karmic ties that bind, and you move forward. You knew where you were going. You were cool leaving that second one behind. You just need that one to walk forward. Some of you may, if I'm looking at signs here, we've got Capricorn, definitely have kind of some Jupiter and Saturn energy, have Aquarius all over the place with the Star card and with the Tower card in reverse. We've got the Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn with the Queen of Pentacles and with the King of Wands. We've got Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the fire signs. So let's look forward. Let's look back a little more and get a little more information about this Tower in reverse. It's interesting, and looking at it, you're falling out of a tower, right? But the greed, I can't help but see that this guy's still trying to grab that crown and hold on to it, you know. I'm hearing humbling, and maybe you have been humbled. Maybe this split or breakup has left you in a position to where I just heard, well, I got out of it alive, you know. But humbled in a way that maybe even you surprised yourself with how strong you're being. So let's open up this tower in reverse a little more for the eclipse season, please. Tell me more about what we're releasing or what got surrendered. Surrendering the chaos. We got the Two of Wands in reverse. Stagnancy, releasing the stagnancy and the burdens, of course, along with it. Let's see what else needs released. Man, these wands are all over this. I guess one of our next moon cycles we are working into is Aries, but so we got the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this energy right here would lend that that's the character that was let go of, that needed to be released. So good move if you let go. It looks like you had somebody very inconsiderate, very brash, very impulsive, likely could even be somebody that was very immature, would throw fits if they didn't get their way, me first, me first, me first. And that's gone. That tower, I'm not taking any more of that. Well, good for you. Good for you. I know change is scary. Change is scary. And it makes sense that this star card in the middle would be holding up that sort of a block or a protection to say, like, no more, no more, dude. We are moving forward on healing and getting forward movement in life and our dream here. So you're definitely guarded and protected there. I do want to open up this Queen of Pentacles in reverse and see why a reverse card like that would come out as an opportunity or a new beginning. I mean, like I said, I really think that it has a lot more to do with self-care, and the lack that you may have been giving yourself, the lack of, if you've been dealing with some toxic energy like this. I mean, we have the Devil card, and then it's followed up with, the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, in lending to a single energy. And if you're doing it on your own now, you don't have to cater or walk on eggshells or, tend to the boo-boo of a grown-ass person that doesn't know how to act right. And the health matters, it seems very fitting, actually, that now you're finally going to have the opportunity to do you, to look at your health, to look at what all of this has done to your self-value. And if that's been broken down, the Queen still holds a lot of power. She holds a lot of power. And it looks like maybe she just needs a little bit of reciprocity and encouragement to move forward. So for the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the clarifier was the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Cups. That literally just speaks to exactly what I'm talking about. Reintroducing yourself, because, maybe you're financially strapped right now. I tell you what, a good couple of associates or friends, siblings, getting together to celebrate your new venture with you is all the encouragement that I think that you may need. And I'm also hearing And maybe time to get out of survival mode. I mean, if this is the underside of the deck for getting another Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Cups, and you're still leaving the emotions out of it, trying to stay, you know, stick with your intuition, make informed decisions, practicing discernment better. I would just say your friends are going to be your friends. Just don't go looking for more toxic. You have to, yeah, in order to fix this, I would say rekindle with some of your closest friends or acquaintances. If you feel, I just heard I lost touch. So if you forgot who you were for a minute, a month, years, you forgot who you were and you disconnected from some friends, some acquaintances, let yourself back out gradually, perhaps get on your social media, let the guard down. Give me a little bit more advice there for that message that's coming through. The King of Swords. So King of Swords in reverse very well could lend again to having some trust issues, or again the health matter. Because I see this and I see it like a liar, a doctor, and that's, I know that's a big old jump there, but like I see the King of Swords in reverse, and along with these two Queen of Pentacles, maybe you've just been neglecting yourself for a little too long, and it's time to seek some help. The negative thought processes, if you get into toxic environments, it's very easy to allow yourself to fall back into them. Please don't. Please don't. Clearly, if there's somebody that you've been separated away from, or that you've broken ties with, you kind of have to break the ties with all the people. If you lost touch because of time, because of whatever, that's one thing. But if you lost touch because this was an addiction issue, and say you kind of clean that up, that would be something that you had to let go of all the people that came with it, right? That's the only way you can rid yourself of toxic environments, is to also rid yourself of the toxic people that come with it. And if it is a health matter, definitely don't delay. Perfect time, use your intuition, you know, so like, it's not even wolves, but I heard like, I got my pack, I got my pack with me. So if you're getting that nudge, that internal nudge, from your higher self, or, your guides, and you're getting the nudge that maybe something might be off because of ignoring health matters for far too long, use your intuition, be smart about it. You can't be a coward being the King of Wands. You can't be a coward being the Queen of Pentacles. Things will get better. It's just, you have to address them first. Living in this scarcity, fear mindset, that you may have been in for quite some time, survival mode is something that can keep you down and keep you feeling like you can't move forward. And I do highly recommend you tend to those matters as well. Let's open up this King of Wands, though. I want to see what the King of Wands has to say in regards to guidance that would best support you on your path forward through these transitions that you're dealing with. For the King of Wands for the eclipse season. Got a couple of them. So I've got the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh dear, honey. And I can't help but see that I've got three ladies in reverse right here and right here. It is very like, it is also very possible that maybe you lost somebody. You know, eclipses sometimes are times where people check out. You know, and if any of you have lost somebody, my sincerest condolences. You know, if that was the case, and you maybe had a service, I'm seeing like a service and family members kind of reconnecting, even though it's not the best. Don't lose those connections, especially if it was recent. It's a good time to maybe reach back out and check back in. You're not alone in this, but I can see that there's a lot of hurt, and there's a lot of I'm getting inexperience. You haven't done this in a long, long, long time. That's what I'm hearing. And if this is being alone, it is in a way like riding a bike, you know. It's not to say you're not going to be lonely, you know, you're not going to miss the person, even if they were, you know, toxic or reckless, even if you thought they were your dream, you know, you're going to miss them, you know, but I encourage you to remember the parts of yourself that you've missed, that have been taken away from you, that have taken that inner value away and kept you feeling like you weren't worthy of love, because you are, because you are. I don't, I am curious about this star card. Is that, it, like I said, it very well could be just an Aquarius that you're dealing with. Let's see the stars. Show me what that wish is. It happened so fast. I wish it didn't have to go this way. And maybe you lost somebody really suddenly, really fast, and you weren't ready for them to go. That Knight of Swords is like the wind, you know, but it's followed up with the Ace of Cups. So there is love there. I would just encourage with this not to, if it is something that you've known is a if it's a relationship, a job, to where you were feeling devalued, the chaos, you were taking on way, way, way too much on the role. As a role, you were a leader and had to do everything for everybody. If it and nobody was putting in the work or giving you the care that you needed, that very well, you know, is good, that something's ending, something's changing, something's snapped. Don't forget the health matters, though. Like, I can't stop getting that. And maybe it's even just breaking a health matter of mental health, to where the things that maybe have been denied, or that you've denied yourself, are going to be available to you. Believe that you're worth it. Know that you're worth it. Know that you're worth that dream, and you're worth that happiness and that prosperity. The wheel is in the upright position, which would indicate karma is good on your side. You know, you may not have much, but what you don't have financially or within the health, you have within the abundance of people that love you and that celebrate you, and where you're headed. So, you know, let them do that. You know, I'm getting that humbled thing. Let your friends and loved ones humble you with the love that you've been missing out on for a while, you know. get out, change things up a little bit. You know, who you are now is way different than maybe who you used to be, but you're still learning. You know, you'll gradually get more and more comfortable with it. Maybe you are feeling a little lost, and that's why that Two of Swords kept popping up. But you know, as far as the overall energy, I understand that you want that change and you want that change fast, but you may not necessarily know whether or not you can move on. I would encourage you, if this was a relationship or a situationship that was that was maybe toxic or addictive, and you know, had all the fire and had all the fire and all the crazy chaos, you know, like the wind, keep moving away from it. Do not go back. Do not go back. That one is something that, in order to level up, sometimes, okay, and I just got thrown into like a whole new timeline, right? So the Wheel of Fortune, you notice it's like a spiral of manifestation, right? How it looks. It's got the depth, but it's almost like this event. Oh, and there's another cool looking little lion to match his. The amount of depth that has changed, or how do I say this? It's almost like you woke up and suddenly you were on a whole new timeline. It's like I am seeing manifesting in this too, right? So we've got the Star card, and the King of Wands there, with the blessing of the Wheel of Fortune up top, and very much like can speak to manifesting. And then like I can't help but be drawn to the fact that her the water bearer on this side, it's all like green, but this is almost like he's permeating, you know, the green is expanding the vision. And sometimes that's what it takes, is that bigger vision to know what your next is. So, I do wish you all the best. I don't really want to keep elaborating on what I've already said, but if this is you and you need to go get the checkups, go get the checkups. Quit ignoring them. You got people that love you. Get yourself out there and stop working so dang hard. You know, it's time for you to play. It's time for you to enjoy this new timeline that you've hop onto. And you know, avoid the crazy chaos. Don't engage is what I'm getting. And, you know, most of all, give that cup of love to yourself. If nobody else is giving it to you, give that cup of love to yourself, and you've got this. Love you guys. Appreciate you stopping by. Bye-bye.